In this video, I want to show you a simple trading strategy to turn your $100 into $5,000. Now, with this simple strategy, you don't have to risk all of your $100. Rather, you might be risking just 5% of your $100. That is just about $5. And even if you lose a lot of trades consecutively, you are not afraid because you still have balance to come back to the market. So with this simple strategy, you can easily recover your losses and make a lot more profit over the long term. Now, later in this video, after showing you this strategy, I'm going to show you some of the things that are required for you to effectively use this strategy and make much more money from it. Now, if it sounds interesting to you, make sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel. And don't forget to create a Toobit account. I have my link in the description. Let's get started. Alright, so this is what you're going to use to do this. First of all, let's say in a month, you're actually taking a total of 16 trades. This is actually simple. That is 4 trades weekly. And you could actually get much more than 4 trades in a week. But let's assume you are taking 4 trades weekly. So in a month, you're going to take 16 trades. And now over to the risk to reward ratio. So your risk to reward ratio is going to be, let's start with 1/2. I'm also going to show you later on if our risk to reward is increased to 1/3, how much we are going to actually make. And over to our win rate. Let's say for every 16 trades we take, we are going to win only 50% of it. That is about 8 trades. And for the loss rate, we are going to lose 50% of it, and that's about 8 trades. So you just need to win 8 trades and lose 8 trades in 1 month. And let's see what it's going to give you. Now let's start with the amount. And even the first month, we're starting up with $100, and our percentage risk is just 5%, which is $5 for each trade. And we're using a risk to reward ratio 1/2. It simply means that in our first month, we have made a total profit of $80, and the loss we actually got from losing those trades is about $40. And that brings us to a total profit and loss of about $40 in that first month. So you might be asking, how did we get $80 as profit? It is simple. If you take each trade with $5, and then for every trade it took, you actually made $10. That is $5 times 2, because our risk to reward is for every time we win a trade, we make 2 times our money, and for every time we lose a trade, we lose that percentage of our money we actually used to take the trade. So let's say you did this, and then you won 8 trades. So your profit there is going to be $10 for each trade you actually won in a month times 8 trades. Remember that we are only winning 8 trades in a month. So $10 times 8 trades is going to give us $80. And over to the loss. Now we are actually using $5 to take each trade, and then we lost 8 trades in a month. That brings us to a total of $40. How do we get $40? It is simple. $5 multiplied by 8 trades is equal to $40. So we've actually lost $40, and that brings us to a total of $40 PNL. By the time you subtract the loss from the profit, it brings us to $40 made, and that is a total of $140. So let's go over to the next month. Now for the next month, we're actually starting out with a capital of $140, and our risk is also 5%, and the amount you're going to be risking is going to be quite high, which is about $7. And we're also using the same risk to reward ratio too. Now that gives us a total profit of $112 in the next month. Now for the loss, our loss is going to be equal to $56, and that brings us to a total of $56 profit actually made, and that brings us to $196 at the end of the month. Now let's fast forward this down all the way to June. So by June, our starting capital will be $538, and we're also risking about $26.89 per trade, and our profit at the end of the month is going to be about $430, and our loss is going to be about $215, and that brings us to $753. Now you might be asking, Uche, why is the $5,000 you talked about in the beginning of this video? Now let's take it down to December, and let's see what it actually gives us. Now by December, you should see that our starting capital is about $4,050, and our risk is also 5%, which means for each trade we are taking, we are doing that with $202.48. At the end of the month, we are going to realize a total profit of $3,239, and then our loss is about $1,600, and that gives us a total profit of $1,620. And by the end of the month, we are having a total of $5,669, which is even much more higher than the $5,000 I talked about initially. Now imagine if we are risking just one of our money, and then for every time we risk it, we are making 3 times more of that in a particular trade. Let's see what it's going to give to us. So you can see that if our risk to reward ratio is 1/3, by the end of December, we should have arrived at $115,000. Isn't that insane? And this is very, very simple to do. All you just have to do is win 50% of your trade and lose 50%. And you're actually making $115,000 in just 1 year, starting out with $100. Now, one of the most difficult part of this is consistency, and that is one thing I'm going to talk about later on in this video. But let me go ahead to show you how you can actually place this trade in the futures market in case you're having issues with it, and also how to calculate your leverage that you're going to use to take this trade. To continue with this, you need two platforms, and that is Toobit, which is a cryptocurrency exchange I'm actually using at the moment. It is currently one of the top leading exchanges. So go ahead to create an account and fund money in the crypto exchange so you can use it to start doing every other thing I'm actually doing in this video. If you want to find out how to trade on the platform, like how to do spot trading, futures trading, and how to deposit money, I made a video about that, and I'm going to leave the link to that video in the description. So make sure to check out that video so that it will direct you on all of the steps you need to get started with trading. Now, once you understand that, the second app you're going to use is Affiliate Crypto Calculator. Now, go over to Play Store and install Affiliate Crypto Calculator, and let's go ahead. Alright, so this is the homepage of Toobit, and now let's go over to the feature section, and let's pick a trade of our choice. Let's say I want to do JUP because it's actually quite popular recently. They give out airdrop and all of that, so I'll pick it. And let's say we want to enter a trade now, and let's say you want to do $5 for your trade, and let's see where your entry point is going to be and where your stop loss is going to be. So let's say this is our entry point, 0.6261. So how do you calculate the leverage you're going to use? Because let's say you have $100, but you just want to use $5 to take that trade. Now, how do you calculate your leverage, your stop loss, and your take profit? It is simple. We'll go over to our PB Crypto Calculator now, and our entry point, remember, is 0.6261. So we'll come over here, and let's say we wanted to place the short. So click on the short section and then put in the capital first. So our capital is $100, and we're risking just about 5% of it. Now over to the entry point, 0.6261. Now our stop loss is actually gotten from our speculation based on our analysis. So let's say our stop loss is 0.65. Now you can see your distance to stop loss and position size. And over here, let's put in the trade amount. So our trade amount is $5. So it simply means that our leverage is 26.2x leverage. So all you just have to do is go over to Toobit and put this as your leverage, your entry point, and your stop loss. So first I'm going to change this cross to isolated, and for our leverage is 26x. So I'll change this to 26x, and I'm going to click on OK. This is our entry point, so I'll drag this right now and make sure it's at $5. So this is $5. Now over to your TP and SL, you're going to click on it, and once you click on it, now the next thing you're going to click on advanced. So set this on short and put in your stop loss. So your stop loss from our PB Crypto Calculator shows 0.65. That means you're going to lose about 99.24% of your money, which is almost $5. You can see it right now. So what you just have to type here is, if your risk to reward ratio is 1/2, so that means if you risk 100% of your money, you're supposed to make 200%. So if you're making 200%, your take profit is going to be at 0.5779, and that gives you a 10% profit. So you're going to go ahead to click on confirm and click on open short, and you can see that our order has actually been placed. So you just have to wait for this trade to your entry point and then open up again. And this is basically the step on how to enter each of these trades with just this simple parameter, using the profit target sheet, and also use Toobit as my exchange, and I use Affiliate Crypto Calculator to do all of this, and it has given me the exact result I actually wanted. So once the trade goes live now, you just have to relax, and if the trade hits our take profit, we are going to make 2 times of our money, which is $5 times, so that is $10. But if we lose the trade, we are going to lose just $5. And even if you want to change it, let's say you want to change it to like 3 times of your risk amount, all you just have to do is go back to the TP and SL and come here, and then you're going to type 300%. So that gives you 3 times of your risk amount, so that you're actually risking $5 and making $15. So this is basically the step. It is not difficult at all. To achieve this, you just need one thing, and that is consistency. If in the first month your risk amount is just $5, you're only risking $5, you're not risking more than $5. And then you're going to do it over time and make much more out of the market. Another thing you also need is your trading skills. I know you want me to talk about all of them in this video, but I won't be able to do that because this video is getting so long. So what I'm going to do is make sure to join my Telegram channel. The link is in the description. where I share all of these strategies, and also I drop free crypto signals there, and we all make money together. So make sure to join this. And don't forget to create a Toobit account with my link in the description. If you want to find out how to do spot and futures trading, and also how to deposit money in a crypto platform, then click here to watch now.